As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. Off the play fake, Love. This one complete to Scott Miller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder. And I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
It is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Locke to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down carry by Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Block now to throw. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Lock. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Lock now on 1st down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their...
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Lock. He gets this to Devontae Adams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Lock going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age. Right?
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Rolling to his right. He's able to find Miller. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Again, it's Love. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Love being chased out left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first and 10. Here's Locke. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Love. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love, they go play action now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On play action. Love to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Here's a diving catch right side. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Play action. Now it's Locke. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. This is Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The give is to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ronald Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2. Love with it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.